everybody? Good morning. It's Giselia back with another time lapse. This one is a gift for one of my friends. It's going to be printed as a playmat for Magic the Gathering. He's a huge, big player, big Vraska fan. That's the character that I'll be drawing today. And this piece took a lot longer than I'm a little embarrassed to say how long this took. It took months. But let's go ahead and jump right into the time lapse then. Okay, so this time instead of just playing music, I decided to try talking about my process throughout the entire work on this piece. I will warn you, I am very bad at commentary on videos. I am trying to get better. I am actually extremely afraid of it, so we're facing fears today, and let's go ahead and start this out by talking about the sketch. I redrew it I think once or twice and just played with the pose, played with the background. I definitely got really frustrated with the background. And then as I got kind of the pose I wanted, I started to clean it up, do more details on the sketch. I kept jumping in and out of references. The character Vraska from Magic, she is a Gorgon who resides within the Golgari Guild in Ravnica. If you want to know more about that, I 1000% recommend learning about Ravnica. It's one of my favorite planes. Absolutely good story. But digressing back, she wears this incredible dress. It is very fungus filled. There's mushrooms everywhere. There's little kind of spore divots throughout it. It's a little raggedy. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, and that was something I really wanted to put into this piece. But oh my goblins, was it so rough, especially when I started moving into the line art phase, which I actually shifted how I did line art on this piece compared to my older pieces and learned that I love this technique more. I went and played with brushes until I found a brush that I liked. It had slight transparency so I could go over the line without it looking sketchy, and I wouldn't have to do that whole one line all the way through part of it. It's a rough technique, one that I still struggle with, but I like this technique more. It's easier for me, at least. Everyone's got their own techniques. I'm noticing I'm rambling, so I'm going to stop there and let you enjoy the rest of the line art phase. So for the color section, I actually started by filling in just blocks of gray to separate the line art in the background, the foreground, and then I started playing with the lighting, shades, figuring out where everything went. I immediately looked toward the background afterwards and started working on that. I did lose part of this time lapse right here when I did the pillars because my computer crashed. This file was so big that my computer decided it forced me to have a break. It was painful to lose that part of the time lapse. It really was, because I really loved how these pillars turned out. But for the greenery, I used a brush by Devin L. Kurtz. I'll link their shop down below. In fact, I'll link all the artists whose brushes I used in this artwork down below, because they're amazing resources, and seriously love the other artists who put these out there to help others. They're some of my favorite brushes. I also jump around a lot during my coloring phase, and I don't know if that's because of the ADHD or just because I have squirrel brain, possibly squirrel brain. But I do jump around a lot, and it's a bit odd. I'll bounce between the background and the foreground, the subject. Part of it is I took this piece on. I didn't expect it to be as big of a project as it was. I never intended it to be this big, especially for just a present. But since it was a present, I wanted it to look good, and I love vraska, so I wanted to do her justice. So I really went into this piece without having an actual thought of where my colors were or how it was going to be in the end. So you can see me jump around, changing things throughout the piece, because I didn't know where my direction was. I tried putting guidelines down, I tried putting shadows down first, and then I realized, oh, I don't even know if that's where the lighting I want it to be. Hopefully my next large piece I will have more thought out. This piece was definitely a live and learn piece, but I still had so much fun, especially when I got to finally get down to shading in like her face, her dress especially. I had a lot of fun on the fungus. It was overall a very fun piece and very hard to do. Especially on that background. I spent so much time trying to figure out how to make that background look good. I struggle with environments, so it was really a hard challenge. By the time I started working on these front pillars that are around her, I started having an idea of where I wanted the lighting and the shading to go, so it made it a lot easier. The cracks in the pillars are a default brush from Clip Studios. So this is one of the references. I actually went over a brief bit of it so I could figure out where the mushroom divots was going on her dress, how they looked. I tried doing them freehanded, couldn't get it, so I did a small section and threw it down like a template, and then I went in and filled every individual hole in. It was also a process. Alright, I've probably talked you guys' ears off enough. I'll let you enjoy the last small bits of the time lapse, and do let me know what you think of the commentary, the video, the art piece down in the comments. In my description you can find all of my social medias, and feel free to go visit me anywhere you prefer. Hope you all have a wonderful day.